Hi there, Mark here again, and today we're looking at this wicked little buggy from MJX RC. It's a 1/16 brushless and it should go like hell. So the actual model is the Hypergo is 16207. I think the 16 denotes its 1/16 scale. And I've got Rob on the camera.
Hiya.
And basically it was sent to review by MJX RC. Very good of them. I've got this one here they sent me before, which is the H16P, I think this one is, Rob.
Right.
16E. This is a brush version, and basically this is the brushless upgrade from that kind of series of trucks. And I think they've got about 4, haven't they, Rob, in this new series?
Looks like it, yeah.
Brushless 2S and 3S, and this guy's is 3S. So this should kick, shouldn't it?
It should.
Right. So Rob, we got it out of the box, didn't we? So this is what you get with it. We've got a battery, a charger, a wing. We've got some tools and a charger. Oh, we've got 2 chargers, a wheel bar, and we've got the manual. So first things first, we'll get these out the bags, get them fitted, and then we'll have a good look at the buggy. So that was simply 2 screws for the wing and 3 for the wheelie bar. I did see on Tommy's he's broke through there, but yeah, I think that'll be okay. And with 3S brushless, I think we're going to need that, Rob.
I definitely think we're going to need that.
Anyway, so that's that. Here's the body. Just a reminder, it does come with a film on it, so you need to peel that off. And I've got to say, probably the thickest Lexan little body I've ever seen. So should be bulletproof, this thing, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to put it in at the back, as Rob noticed as well. I think it's all right looking.
It's okay, yeah.
It's a strange look. It's certainly unusual and doesn't look much like anything else I've seen.
No.
I kind of like it, and with the alloy shocks, the blue and that, I think it's quite nice. But I've got to admit, I think I prefer the truck body, don't you, Rob?
Yes.
But hey, that's just preference. Horses for courses. I suppose if I wanted to, I could swap that over, couldn't I? Because
I reckon so.
the chassis are the same, as we'll see.
Yeah.
So if we kind of get in close then, Rob, and have a look at this. Right, so that's the battery that was in the bag, in the box, and there is another one inside, so I don't know whether that's just with review, guys. You'll have to check out on the website. I'll see if I can find a link for you. I didn't actually get one from MJX, but I'll find a link. I think I've seen it on AliExpress, this car for sale. I think it was about 85 quid, Rob.
It's not bad.
If you can get it for that much, I've got to say, the specification of this thing is pretty fantastic, and I would say this is definitely a hobby grade RC, Rob, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Because look what they've done to it. You've got a separate receiver, a separate 45 amp ESC, obviously the motor there, and fan on the heatsink. So yeah, you can swap this out for separate radio gear, and obviously servo as well. It's all proper proprietary 3-wire connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the old version came with a GPS system, didn't it, Rob?
It
Just
did.
Pop over to the other one, have a look here. So Rob, this earlier version has got the GPS unit there, hasn't it?
It has.
It's got the combined ESC and receiver all in one, and there was no option. Basically, it came with the GPS unit and the GPS capable transmitter, didn't it?
Yeah.
But now MJX RC have listened to what we've been saying. The people have been reviewing their gear, and we've been saying that this is basically extra that probably not everybody wants, and you add into the cost of the buggy.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've separated it out, and now you can buy this separate unit, which is the HG T22. So you can buy this and you get the transmitter that's compatible with the GPS system and an app on your phone. You get that GPS unit, which I think is pretty much the same, Rob, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you get a separate receiver. So basically, if you want to add the GPS feature to the new buggy, you can. Obviously, by buying this separate unit, you need to fit in the GPS unit and swap out that receiver. But the beauty of this is, it's not just for the Hypergo trucks. You could actually use this in any other RC car, couldn't you, Rob?
Yeah, you could.
So, you know, if you want this feature, I'm not sure exactly how much it is. Check it out. Again, I'll see if I can put a link in the description. And yeah, that could be useful for any other RC if you wanted to. So you can see the difference in size in the 2 controllers. So this is the one that comes with the new buggy. A couple of differences, the fact that it's not GPS, okay, but it's 2 battery, this one's 3 battery. So maybe a little bit difference in the power. So yeah, Rob, we're going to take it out, aren't we, in a bit and do a speed test.
We are.
And a bit of off-road running. See how we get on. So I'll let you know about the signal when we've tried it, because I haven't tried it yet. Okay, shall we have a good look at the differences and then we'll go and test it, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, so as we said earlier, the old car was 2S. and this is the battery that came with it. You can run it on any standard 2S batteries, but this is like the proprietary one that comes with it, and it's got an on-off button on the case itself. Rob, can you see that?
I could see that, yeah.
And indicator lights to let you know the charge. This one's flat, as you can see.
Yeah.
The new one hasn't got any lights, and it hasn't got any switches on it, so you can't turn it on and off. The difference being that on this version, on this Buggy, it's got a power button on the ESC on it.
Right.
Which I actually prefer that, to be honest with you, Rob, because that was a nightmare to get to in the car.
I bet.
So I think that is a plus. And the thing is, we can't tell the status of this battery. Let's just take it out. And there's a nice, decent power connector. It's a Dean's in it, or a T-plug.
Something like that, yeah, right.
You can see the difference in the battery, it's just that hump on the 3S.
Yeah.
The 2S one does fit in, and I will try running this Buggy on 2S, guys. So what I'm going to try and do is give you a speed test, 2S and 3S, because I think, to be honest with you, 3S is a bit too fast.
I think it's going to be too fast.
Especially on some, you know, rough ground, and definitely for, you know, younger children. If you're supervised running this with a younger child, you definitely don't want it on 3S full speed. And with the controller now, you can only turn it down to 70% full power, Rob. So the only controls you've got are 70% full power, and you've got a trim. So whereas on the upgraded version, you've got the trim, you've got the throttle all the way down to 20% to full, I think, to full power, and you've also got a dual rate for the steering, which is useful. So another reason for upgrading to that T22 pack. So very quickly then, guys, as you can see, the chassis are exactly the same. So is the suspension arms and the suspension. The alloy shocks are all the same. And I've got to say that this has proven to be fantastic, hasn't it, Rob?
Yes.
It drives really well, it handles well, it's as tough as old nails. So this one should be equally as good. As you can see, they've changed it into a Buggy, so we've got different wheels like those, and the tyres look like they'll be good on the dirt. The first thing I noticed, Rob, is we've got these turnbuckles on here for the steering, which is a nice little upgrade. And I must admit, when I first got out of the box, dude, they were towed right out. So I'm glad I was able to adjust that. So yeah, that's a nice little touch. Plastic on the originals, and also there's a metal bridge there, if you can see, Rob. It looks like a piece of steel to me. That was plastic on the original. And I think the main difference that's left, Rob, is underneath. You can see the bumpers. This is total metal construction, and that's obviously nice and strong there, but I am a bit worried about the front there impacting, especially if it runs into somebody. So yeah, I would have preferred there to be like a plastic piece fitted to the front of that, Rob, don't you think?
Maybe so, yeah.
I think that'd be safer, like, you know, something like this bolted across the front. Okay, yeah, it's strong, but like I say, I wouldn't want to get hit by that at 30 mile an hour. And the same at the back, obviously that's not going to hurt anyone. So that's been replaced from this plastic one on the original to that steel one. So obviously that's a lot stronger. So basically they've beefed the Buggy up and made it stronger, if you ask me. Obviously you've got the same drivetrain, it's got metal transmission all through. You've got CV joints, great big beefy drive shafts at the back. So yeah, that's all brilliant. You've got a steel drive shaft down the middle, or prop shaft it's called, isn't it, mate? So yeah, that's all brilliant stuff. I think after all that yakking, Rob, we better go out and give it a test run.
Well, I think we should.
Well then, guys, you can see I've got the 2S battery in here. This is from the 16E, the brush version. So yeah, let's give it a go on 2S. I think it should be quick enough on that, to be honest with you, but let's give it a go first, just out of interest, eh?
Yeah.
Well, that's flat out now, mate.
Well, it's a bit quicker than some of the other ones we've had.
You're going to say the DRC one then, aren't you?
Yeah, couldn't remember what it was called though.
Still having trouble keeping it straight, dude. 25 miles an hour.
That's not too bad, is it?
Not bad on 2S. Let's stick the 3S in it, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I still think that's a decent speed, 25.
Yeah.
Right then, we're on 3S, Rob.
Yeah.
So I'm going to struggle. Whoa. I'm going to struggle. Whoa. Different car now. To keep
just a bit different.
Straight line, dude, but we'll have a go. Again, no problems with range, dude.
No.
I need to try and get it going straight before I give it any more than half throttle. Whoa. Well, it's tough. It's mental, Rob, this thing is. I'm really struggling to drive this.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it was on 2S, yeah, it'd be great for a youngster or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it was good for me actually, but now it's on 3S. It's an animal. You see what Tom Lee RC was saying, old Phil was saying? It's squirrely.
Just a bit.
We'll try and keep it going, Rob. Here we go. That's flat out. I'm bringing it in. I don't think it's going to go any faster. I can't drive it any better than that. So, yeah, this thing is a monster. Do you want it in the shade or what? Oh, we're doing all right. Lovely. Yeah, 36 miles an hour, mate. That's not bad.
No.
But on 3S, I can't do it.
No.
So there you go, guys. 36, like I say. If I could drive it better, I'm pretty sure it's sort of 38, 39. Phil at Tom Lee RC got 39 out of his. So yeah, it is as fast as claimed, I've got to say. We'll go and give it a bit of fun off-road, shall we, Rob?
Yeah.
And yeah, see you at the end for the conclusion.
So here we are, back from the test, and I've got to tell you, it did get a real good testing. I didn't show everything that we filmed, but there was plenty of it, and there was plenty of crashing that went on as well, because as you saw, this thing, it's like a missile, and it's come completely unscathed, really. Well, I say completely unscathed. It did hit a concrete curb, top speed, so at about 35 plus miles an hour, and it's kind of slightly dented that front bumper. Like I said, prefer if that would got a plastic protection piece across the front, but obviously it's strong enough for the job. I'm just more worried about someone getting hurt by that, but yeah, that's the way it is. It's strong enough, and as I say, it was upside down a lot. The only thing that happened was there's a bit of scraping on the top edge of the wing. Other than that, yeah, it's completely unscathed. I think the suspension setup is pretty spot on. It really is supple and rides nicely over the rough. And Rob and I had tons of fun with this. It really did put a smile on our faces, so I don't really know what more you can ask from an RC car. As you saw, it's fast, it's nimble. The only thing, guys, is, as Phil at Tom Lee RC says, and I totally agree with him, it is a bit squirrely. On 2S, it was okay, to be fair, and I do recommend, if you've got some 2S batteries, it's great to run those in this truck. But on 3S, yeah, it's more fun because it's quick and it's just crazy, but it does tend to, I think it's torque steer. It kind of tends to twist to one side. I think with all that rotating mass whizzing along, I think the way the differentials work and the gears and so on, it kind of pulls to one side, and that is quite difficult when you're on a loose surface. And I've got to say, the road we used for testing was covered in very fine loose gravel and dust and dirt, so that was causing a lot of the problems. I think else it was definitely would have gone a little bit quicker. But so yeah, this is a true 60 kph buggy, and yeah, I can only recommend this if you want some fun. You're not going to win any races, I don't think, if you go try and race it round a track, because, like I say, it's a bit squirrely and a bit wayward in its handling. But at the end of the day, for off-road bashing and a lot of fun, it gets my thumbs up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.
It's covered in me stones, Rob. Well, I've got to say, that thing's blooming crazy, isn't it?
Just a
My
bit.
God, Rob, it's too fast for me.
Yeah.
I do love it though.
Yeah.